What's up guys, it's your boy Dr. D's. We are back with another video. So today's video is going to be talking about my girl Anai, and honestly she is a little underwhelming. I pulled her on the free to play and I was actually pretty stoked when I pulled her because you know, I thought she would be really good for Guild Boss, and she is good for Guild Boss, but she needs a little bit of help. And I don't know. I mean, outside of Guild Boss and single target arena, I don't really see any other use for her. I guess maybe faction trials, if you guys have her. She would help, right? Anyone helps in faction trials if you have them built out. But she's just a little, like, I was expecting a little more from her. But honestly, even after reading her kit before I even pulled her, I expected her to just be a Guild Boss type hero. And now that I've tested her out on Guild Boss, I mean, she's not doing bad. But keep in mind, I have Twin Fiend. So Twin Fiend does have this Lord skill. It is pretty good. When Lord Twin Fiend casts a Meteoric Strike, and keep in mind, he gets his ultimate back pretty fast, and she gets her ultimate back pretty fast as well. All faction allies gain penetration increase, crit rate increase, and crit damage increase for 10 seconds. So that's pretty solid, especially if Twin Fiend just keeps proccing this. I get that extra damage boost on her, but everything basically revolves around her ultimate. All she does is burns the target, and that's what her whole kit's about. You know, she gets attack buffs from burning and all this other stuff, but let's go over it real fast. So let's go over the talent first. Basic attack has a 20% chance of inflicting burning on the target. The hero deals 15% more damage to targets inflicted with burning. So like I said, everything's revolving around burning, right? And honestly, maybe if you throw arrogance in there, arrogance is doing a little extra burning. So if she's not making the Guild Boss burn, then at least arrogance is throwing a little burning on the Guild Boss, and she's still getting a little bit more damage, right? We like that. So we got her ultimate right here, Ember of Sorrow. Keep in mind, my whole strategy to build her out, I mean, do as I say, not as I do, because I don't have the gear to do it. I mean, this is my free to play, I'm a little limited, but my whole strategy with her would be putting a lot of rage regen on her. Of course, you need attack, you need crit rate, and you need crit damage, but I think getting her ultimate back fast is very crucial, mainly because her ultimate, it triggers automatically. So it's not something you can control, which kind of sucks because she just keeps triggering it. And you know, you kind of would want to pop Twin Fiend's ultimate and then do hers after, right? So she gets that extra buff while she's doing her ultimate. But since we can't do that, you know, we're a little limited. We just want her to get this back as fast as possible. But let's go over what it does. Triggers automatically when there are enemies in range, increasing damage by 20%. So her damage is getting increased. We like that. Dealing 25% damage to one target in range 4 times, and inflicting 4 stacks of burning on them immediately. So this right here, inflicting 4 stacks of burning, that is pretty clutch. It's something that you don't see on a lot of heroes in the game, and it kind of makes her unique, but at the same time, just her kit as a whole, she's just more of a Guild Boss. Possible single target if you don't have anyone else, but I don't know. I haven't even gotten to try her at single target. I'm just going off of what I read in her kit. She looks like she would be decent in single target. Single target hasn't been up yet. I was trying to do this when single target was up, but I was like, you know what? I can't wait. Let me just go ahead and do this guide right now. So basically, that's her ultimate. We want to proc that as fast or as much times as we can. Then this is just a basic attack, right? Then we come over here. Every time the burning inflicted by the hero deals damage, there is a 15% chance to regenerate 1% rage. So we like that as well because we want her to get her ultimate back as soon as possible. Then right here, Searing Gaze. For every one burning on the target, increases attack by 1% and crit damage by 4%, stacking up to 7 times. So I'm assuming that if you have arrogance as well, or someone else that does burning, and you know, she's burning them, your other heroes are burning the Guild Boss as well, you just basically clap a little harder, right? But obviously all this is just, these two right here, it's just a little underwhelming. I mean, 15% chance to regenerate 1% rage, and then also, you know, every time the target's burning, for every one time it's burning, she's just getting an extra 1% attack and 4% crit damage, stacking up to 7 times. So it's just not that great. It's honestly not that great. I mean, it's good, but I feel like that they could have made both of these a little better. Not anything that stands out like, oh my god, this chick is going to be absolutely insane. But let's also go over how she looks. I mean, she's got the whole mummy thing. Looks like she could be related to Komet, and she got a little jiggle too. So, you know, she aight. But we come down here. Let's go over to how I have her built out. So again, do as I say, not as I do, because I wanted more rage regen. I just don't have it. Honestly, the set I would want on her is the Mana Spring set, mainly because of it gives rage regen auto +3. So, you know, you get this in a set, you go ahead and get more rage regen. I think that's really important. Then you can focus on, you know, the necessities after that, you know, attack bonus, crit rate, crit damage, you know, the necessities, but also maybe a little bit more rage regen. I really do want her to have more rage regen. I don't have the gear for it right now, ladies and gentlemen. I was playing around with, you know, more rage regen and less attack. And it just wasn't working out. She definitely claps harder when her attack was higher. I basically, this was the best set I could throw on her, and it's a broken set, but it's got really good attack gear. And you know, I got a little rage regen, not too bad, 23%. And then also, you know, her crit damage is absolutely pathetic, but her crit rate's at 67%. I mean, decent for the free to play. And then I did attach this artifact to her mainly because it recovers 10% rage after using a skill. You know, we like that. We want her rage to come back as soon as possible. So out of all the artifacts that I currently own, this one was the best one for me, mainly because I'm just focusing directly on her rage. We want that rage to come back as soon as possible, and hopefully her and Twin Fiends kind of, you know, synergizing together. But I was testing it out. I mean, she's one of my heavy hitters in the guild boss. We're going to do Nightmare 2 just because I can one key it, right? So let's go ahead and start this up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting started right here. I'm not going to go over my whole strategy. Just know that we're going to be clapping some cheeks. So we put Salazar down, Valeria down, excuse me, Wrath down, Abomination down. We put Elwyn over here. We will take our new chick Anai right there, and we'll put Twin Fiend right here. Then what I'll do is I'll put Dolores right here. Then let me change that. I'm gonna pop his ultimate. So basically I want to pop Twin Fiend's ultimate as much as possible, but I also want to make sure that we have it for when he is stunned as well, right? Okay, let me... Just want to pay attention a little bit. Don't want to get too carried away on this. All right, pop that. We're going to pop that. We're going to pop that. And we're going to pop that. And look, his ultimate ends. Her ultimate's coming up. So at least I get the buff, right? Basically, we're just going to keep rinsing and repeat. And the good thing about Twin Fiend, I could pop it normally 2 times before he gets stunned. Or 1 time before he gets stunned, and 1 time during, right? Then let's... Oh, shoot. I completely forgot to do this. You know what? Let me heal him. I think my boy Salazar's about to die. Let me heal him a little bit. Okay, let me do Valeria first. I'll do Dolores second. Okay, and then I get to pop Twin Fiend's ultimate again, give her a little damage increase. Bam. Alright. Okay, I gotta make sure Salazar's not going to die over there. Salazar does heal himself, which is nice, but the main reason why I'm not laying this down constantly is because I want my Valeria to have less health. But you gotta do what you gotta do. I have to do that. Okay. Okay, let me start off with Valeria's ultimate. Pick that down a little bit. Nice. Okay. Alright, and basically that's the strategy I have to this. And I keep popping his ultimate just to get him, just to keep getting her that, the damage increase. So, go ahead and see how much damage she did. This will be interesting. I think I messed up on a couple things, but it's alright. It's really hard for me to do 2 things at once. It really is. Okay. So, I mean, she's keeping up with the big dogs. We like it. Look at this, 8 million damage. For where I'm at in the game, this is pretty solid. Like, you know, of course Valeria is leading the charge, and then I have Salazar, and then I have her at 8 million damage. Just kind of sucks that she's a one-trick pony, you know? I think Guild Boss, she's really good for. I wouldn't say S tier, but I would see if I pulled her on my main account, I would be able to test her out a little more because I have a lot more gear and stuff that I could throw on her, and I could test her out with a bunch of different stuff. That's normally what I do. I just keep quitting battles and you know, seeing what works, what doesn't. But in her case, you know, I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied. I'm glad that I have her, right? You know, she's one of my top dogs for the Guild Boss. But I think if I got the Mana Spring set and I did a little bit more Rage Regen, I think we could actually buff this or boost this a little more. I also need, you know, the essentials as well, so it makes it a little tough. But I mean, she's doing solid. She's doing solid, you know, and anyone that pulled her, just know that you can use her for Guild Boss. Most people do have Pyros from the Fusion. I believe it was like a few weeks ago, a month ago. So if you do have Pyros, she does really good with Pyros' ultimate. I wanted to test her with both ultimates and see which one she did better with. But unfortunately, I do not have Pyros on this account. So if you guys have any questions, leave it in the comments. You guys have a great rest of your night. Peace!